Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky. Once again, this is coming to you from my home here in Cave Junction, Oregon. Tonight I'd like to speak to you of a very important issue. An issue that concerns all of us who wish to live freely and unimpaired by our public servants we call government, who seem to think that they are our masters and not our servants. The title of the talk is Attention, Any Member of the Josephine County, Oregon Grand Jury. I am still trying to reach you. The date today is March 2nd, 2011. This talk is based on a reprise of an internet communication I've originally wrote in 2008. The subject matter deals with the state of Oregon and Josephine County government cover-ups of illegal activities of the Josephine County Sheriff's Department. It is a cover-up which has been going on for 8 years and continues to this very day. It is also a story about you and me, sovereign people of these United States, people who just want to be left alone, to live our lives freely, in peace, and beyond the imposition of tyranny by our government servants, as sovereign people have a right to do. There seems to be no way for an Oregonian to hold his government officials accountable for their crimes and cover-ups. This present issue specifically focuses upon Josephine County, Oregon District Attorney Stephen D. Campbell, a corrupt politician who thumbs his nose at the very law he has sworn an oath to uphold. D.A. Campbell absolutely refuses to move on any of the criminal complaints that I have filed with his office, nor has he passed on the material that I sent to the grand jury for investigation and indictment. That is why I have taken my case, this case, to you, the court of public opinion, the real source of law in this constitutional republic of ours. There is a growing concern amongst Americans today regarding government corruption, which is being voiced by citizens of Oregon and in other communities throughout the land. But it lacks focus. If the various citizen groups of Oregon and elsewhere in our country, who now fritter away their energy jumping through corporate government hoops, would launch a concerted phone, email, and letter-writing campaign to bring to the attention of the Josephine County Grand Jury the attention of the issue that I speak of tonight. This would break the back of the current corruption going on in Josephine County and elsewhere in the courts of America. Either that, or they would have all the proof they need that they are but helpless, groveling slaves, ruled under the thumb of elitist slave overseers. I encourage each and every one of you listening to this talk to read the actual documents at www.archenterprises.com/dialch299.html member, and spread the word to all like-minded, freedom-loving people. On February 29th, 2008, after submitting a criminal complaint to the Josephine County District Attorney Stephen D. Campbell accompanied by my affidavit charging the Oregon State Police, Josephine County Sheriff, Josephine County Trial Administrator, and Grants Pass Police Department policymakers with crimes of conspiracy to commit piracy, along with the follow-up communications. I sent a detailed package to the then grand jury foreman so that a grand jury investigation may ensue. It would appear that the district attorney's office will not investigate nor prosecute its own. This is substantiated by my prior complaints regarding crimes committed by Josephine County Sheriff's deputies made with former Josephine County District Attorney Clay E. Johnson. The package, sent registered mail to the grand jury foreman, was received and signed for by a member of the Josephine County District Attorney's office. I don't know if the foreman ever received the package from the district attorney, for the stonewall of silence by Josephine County public officials for the last 80 years continue to hold fast. I'm quite aware of how the Josephine County grand jury has been manipulated by the district attorney's office due to my late wife's experience as a member of the Josephine County, Oregon grand jury. See www.arkenterprises.com/dialch16.htm#history, all in capital letters. To summarize my experiences with the courts of Josephine County, Oregon, the unlawful administrative courts, with their corporate legislative policies of simulation of legal process, that is paper terrorism, came after me, but slammed head-on into the Constitution and its underlying basis, common law. They were out of their jurisdiction. They knew it. Yet they proceeded to criminally and fraudulently prosecute this living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man. Nevertheless, I am free today, and clear with no charges hanging over my head, because when jailed for 128 days in the county jail while awaiting trial, I risked death through 2 hunger strikes totaling 55 days in protesting my kidnapping and being held hostage for the presumed crimes of another under the veil of common law, a color of law, In order to hold them accountable, I called their bluff. They sought to intimidate me, to break me, to cause me to cave in to their demand that I contract with them. I did not. Unlike others throughout the land who are ignorant of their true status as sovereign people, I did not consent. I did not grant the court's jurisdiction to prosecute and incarcerate me. As such, the Josephine County courts were unable to prove jurisdiction as required by law. So even though they convicted the defendant, the juristic person, whose name is spelled in all capital letters, they had no choice but to release me, this living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man of the sovereign people. I, this living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man, have been the pain in their side with my questions of accountability. Josephine County District Attorney Clay Johnson confided to U.S. Observer reporter John Taft, who had monitored the case closely, that Ray Karchevsky is a pain in the ass. Yet they threw me out of jail when their intimidation tactics failed to have their expected results. as a result of their bungling of my case and the embarrassment brought upon the legal system of the state of Oregon and county of Josephine, Presiding Judge Gerald Neufeld, Judge Ellen Kuhn, District Attorney Clay E. Johnson, and Sheriff Dave Daniel have been forced to retire at the prime of their careers. The state of Oregon has decided to clean up their mess, but very quietly. They shall not experience the quietness they desire until they settle up the $27,180,000 that is based on the commercial judgment they now owe me. To this very day, some 8 years after this personal assault upon me began by our county and state government, no one in the entire structure of Josephine County in Oregon state government will answer the question of jurisdiction. This has placed Josephine County and the state of Oregon, through their commercial default, jointly responsible for the payment of a non-judicial remedy of the commercial judgment mentioned above, which shall be paid by you, the taxpayers of Josephine County and the state of Oregon. Why have I chosen to speak to you about this? Because my case is happening all over the country and affecting thousands of people who are not aware of the scams perpetrated upon them by their elected and public servants who see themselves as masters. Freedom comes to those who exercise self-responsibility. There are no saviors out there but yourself. If you want to live as a sovereign, unlock those chains of slavery and act like it.